A deep, rumbling sound of water moving in the dark. Asterisk, asterisk. It hides. It remembers. Not the whimsical tales of mermaids or the romanticized sagas of lost cities, but something far more primal. Something whispered by sailors with salt-caked lips and haunted eyes. They speak of a presence, an ancient intelligence that dwells in the abyssal plains, a place more alien to us than the surface of the moon. They call it many names in many tongues, but the fear it inspires is universal. A monster that is not merely a beast, but a mind. We dismiss these as fables, the ramblings of men driven mad by solitude and the endless, hypnotic sway of the ocean. We, in our modern arrogance, believe we have mapped every trench, cataloged every creature, and solved every mystery the planet has to offer. We sail our steel ships over its surface, our sonar pinging into the void, and we hear only echoes. We convince ourselves that the depths are empty, silent, and devoid of anything that could challenge our dominion. But what if we are wrong? What if our instruments are simply too crude to detect a life form that has mastered the art of concealment over millennia? Asterisk, asterisk. A montage of scientific equipment. Sonar screens showing blank readings. A deep-sea submersible's lights cutting a weak beam through the dark, illuminating only swirling particles of marine snow. The POV is from inside the sub, looking out into an oppressive, infinite darkness. The ocean is a realm of secrets, and its greatest secret may be a consciousness far older than our own. Imagine a creature that has witnessed the continents drift, the ice ages come and go. An organism with no bones to leave behind as fossils, a phantom in the geological record. Its body is a fluid tapestry of muscle and nerve, capable of changing its shape, its color, its very texture to become one with the shadows. It is not just hiding from us. It is observing. A silent, patient predator that has watched our noisy, fleeting civilization rise from the shores. A close-up on a large, complex octopus eye. The pupil, a horizontal slit, seems to contract and dilate intelligently. It reflects the faint light of the camera, giving the impression of it looking directly at the viewer. Its nervous system, distributed throughout its arms, forms a decentralized brain of immense power. Each limb can act independently, solving complex problems, while the central mind orchestrates a symphony of silent, coordinated action. It can navigate mazes, unscrew jars, and plan escapes with a cunning that borders on the supernatural. Scientists who have studied its smaller cousins speak of its personality, its curiosity, its unnerving ability to recognize individual human faces. Now, imagine that intelligence scaled up, amplified by time and the brutal pressures of the abyss. Asterisk, asterisk, a shadowy silhouette of something immense and tentacled moves behind a huge underwater volcanic vent, its shape distorted by the heat haze. It hides. In canyons deeper than any on land, within the wrecks of forgotten ships that it has claimed as its own. It can mimic a pile of rocks, a cluster of seaweed, or the very seabed itself, becoming invisible to any eye, any camera, any sonar. It waits in the cold, still dark, a living ghost in the machine of the ocean. The stories from the old world, the ones we relegated to myth, spoke of islands that would appear and disappear. Were they truly islands? Or were they the back of a colossal cephalopod, resting just beneath the surface, waiting for the unwary? Asterisk, asterisk. Slow pan across an old 18th century painting depicting a kraken attacking a sailing ship. The sailors' faces are contorted in terror as massive tentacles splinter the mast and drag men into the churning sea. And most terrifying of all, it remembers. It remembers the ships that have trespassed in its domain. It remembers the strange, noisy machines we send down into its home. It remembers the faces that peer out from the viewports. An intelligence that doesn't forget a threat, a curiosity, a slight. It learns from every encounter, adapting its strategy, refining its camouflage. We are not just an anomaly to it. We are a puzzle it is slowly, methodically solving. Every lost probe, every submersible that suffers a mysterious systems failure in the deep, every unexplained sonar anomaly, are they accidents? Or are they lessons? The screen returns to the deep blue. The huge tentacle from the opening shot is gone. The rocks are bare. The only movement is the slow drift of marine snow. It's as if nothing was ever there. Asterisk, asterisk. We search for monsters in the dark, never realizing that the dark itself might be the monster. And it is watching, waiting, remembering. Asterisk, asterisk. What you're looking at isn't science fiction. It's a life form that exists right here on Earth. Yet its biology is so profoundly strange, it might as well be from another world. This is an anatomical scan of an octopus, a creature whose very existence challenges our understanding of life itself. The more we learn about them, the more they seem like visitors from a distant, alien planet. The truth is often far more frightening than any fiction we could invent. Imagine a being whose intelligence is not confined to a single central command center. This creature possesses not one, but 9 distinct brains. A primary central brain located in its head governs its overall behavior and learning capabilities, demonstrating problem-solving skills that rival some mammals. But the true alien nature of its nervous system lies in its arms. Each of its 8 appendages contains a miniature, semi-independent brain, a complex cluster of neurons that allows it to act on its own. An arm can taste, touch, and move with a purpose entirely separate from the central brain's conscious control. This decentralized network means an octopus can be solving a puzzle with one arm while another is simultaneously exploring a crevice for food. It is a distributed consciousness, a hive mind contained within a single body, an intelligence so fundamentally different from our own that it borders on the incomprehensible. It's a biological architecture that seems borrowed from a story of extraterrestrial invasion. To power this distributed network and its highly active lifestyle, a single heart is simply not enough. The octopus has evolved a circulatory system built around 3 separate hearts, a biological redundancy that seems almost surreal. 2 of these hearts are dedicated solely to pumping blood through its gills, the delicate feathery organs that extract oxygen from the water. These branchial hearts work tirelessly to ensure a constant supply of oxygenated fluid. The third, a larger systemic heart, is responsible for circulating that blood throughout the rest of its body, delivering vital resources to its complex brains and powerful muscles. However, this systemic heart has a peculiar, almost terrifying weakness. It stops beating whenever the octopus swims. This forces the creature to prefer crawling over swimming, a behavioral quirk dictated by a bizarre flaw in its alien-like cardiovascular design. It's an anatomy that seems both incredibly advanced and strangely inefficient, a paradox that deepens the mystery of its origins. The fluid of life that these 3 hearts pump is, by our standards, utterly alien. Forget the iron-based, red blood that flows through our veins. The octopus's life force is a blue-hued substance, its color derived from a copper-based protein called hemocyanin. This isn't just a cosmetic difference. It represents a fundamentally different evolutionary path. Hemocyanin is more efficient at transporting oxygen in cold, low-oxygen environments, making the octopus perfectly suited for the crushing pressures and frigid darkness of the deep ocean. When oxygenated, its blood turns a distinct blue, a ghostly, otherworldly color. When deoxygenated, it becomes clear and colorless. This copper-based blood is a stark chemical reminder that the blueprint for life on Earth is far more varied and stranger than we often assume. It sets the kind of biological detail one might expect to find in the autopsy report of a creature recovered from a crashed UFO. Perhaps the most unsettling and captivating feature of the octopus is its complete lack of a skeleton. It is a creature of pure, malleable flesh, a boneless entity capable of feats of contortion that defy physics. This flexible body allows it to pour itself through any opening larger than its beak, a tiny bird-like mouth that is the only hard part of its entire structure. It can flatten itself to become a part of the seafloor, or squeeze through a crack in a rock that appears impossibly small. This physical fluidity makes it the ultimate escape artist and a ghost-like predator, able to appear and disappear in the blink of an eye. This lack of rigid structure, combined with its multi-brained intelligence and alien blood, paints a picture of a life form built on principles entirely foreign to our own vertebrate existence. It is a masterpiece of soft-bodied engineering, a living, breathing testament to an alternative, almost nightmarish form of evolution. We search the stars for signs of alien life, hoping to find something that will expand our definition of what it means to be alive. Yet, in the dark, unexplored depths of our own planet, a creature with 9 brains, 3 hearts, and blue blood already exists. The octopus is a chilling, beautiful reminder that the most alien beings we may ever encounter are not in some far-off galaxy, but right here among us. And the more we uncover about their terrifyingly complex biology, the more we are forced to confront the vast, unnerving possibilities of life itself. The truth can be a truly horrifying thing. It's a visual marvel, a living tapestry of impossible colors and shifting light. But behind this breathtaking display lies a chilling truth, a horror of perfect concealment designed for the hunt. In the silent depths of the ocean, a master of disguise executes its craft with unparalleled precision. The octopus, a creature seemingly from another world, possesses a biological toolkit that defies belief. Central to this artistry are its chromatophores, millions of tiny pigment-filled sacs embedded within its skin. Each of these microscopic cells is a miniature engine of illusion, controlled directly by the octopus's sophisticated brain. When the muscles surrounding a chromatophore contract, the sac expands, revealing its vibrant color, be it red, yellow, brown, or black. When the muscles relax, the sac shrinks, and the color vanishes. This isn't a slow, gradual change. It's an instantaneous transformation, a neurological flicker that allows the octopus to paint its body with the exact shades of its environment. It can project complex, modeled patterns that mimic the seafloor's gravel, the dappled light filtering through kelp, or the subtle gradients of a coral reef. The speed and complexity of these changes are staggering, a riot of color one moment and a patch of drab seafloor the next. This is not just passive adaptation. It is active, deliberate artistry, a conscious manipulation of light and perception. The octopus sees its surroundings, and in a fraction of a second, becomes a seamless part of them, a ghost in its own habitat. But color is only one layer of this intricate deception. True invisibility requires mastering not just hue, but also texture. For this, the octopus employs another of its biological wonders, papillae. These are small, muscular hydrostats in the skin, structures that can be raised or flattened at will to dramatically alter the animal's physical texture. An octopus can go from having skin as smooth as polished glass to being as rough and spiky as a patch of algae-covered rock in an instant. By contracting and relaxing these specialized muscles, it can raise bumps, ridges, and even elaborate branching structures that perfectly replicate the three-dimensional form of its chosen hiding spot. It doesn't just look like a rock. It feels like a rock, its very silhouette merging with the jagged, irregular contours of the ocean floor. This ability to manipulate its own form, to break up its outline and disappear into the very fabric of the reef, elevates its camouflage from a simple color match to a complete textural integration. It is a level of physical transformation that seems to belong to science fiction, a testament to millions of years of evolutionary pressure in a world where being seen means being eaten. When these two systems, the lightning-fast chromatophores and the shape-shifting papillae, work in concert, the effect is nothing short of miraculous. The octopus dons what can only be described as a living invisibility cloak. This is not an illusion in the traditional sense. It is a complete, multi-sensory deception. It can crawl in plain sight across a coral head, its skin flashing and morphing with each new surface it crosses, flowing from the texture of brain coral to the speckles of sand without breaking its stride. An unsuspecting crab scuttles by, oblivious to the predator that is not merely hiding behind a rock, but has become the rock itself. The cloak is so effective that the line between the animal and its environment completely dissolves. It is a phantom, a whisper of movement that you can stare directly at and fail to perceive. This mastery is not just for defense. It is a tool of ambush, a horror cloaked in beauty. The very same mechanism that creates a breathtaking ripple of iridescent color is the one that allows it to vanish, to become an unseen, patient death waiting for the moment to strike. It is a paradox of the deep, an explosion of visual splendor that serves the ultimate purpose of absolute, terrifying concealment. The call came in the dead of night, an empty tank. No signs of a break-in, no shattered glass, just an absence. This wasn't the first time. Across the globe, from New Zealand to Germany, reports were surfacing of a phantom, a ghost in the machine, capable of vanishing without a trace. But this wasn't a ghost. It was something far more intelligent, something with 8 arms and a brain in each one. This is the story of the ocean's greatest escape artist, the octopus. Their first move is always the boldest, a silent, audacious bid for freedom. Take Inky, the common New Zealand octopus at the National Aquarium in Napier. One night, he simply disappeared. The staff were baffled. The lid of his enclosure was left slightly ajar, a tiny gap no one thought anything could squeeze through. But for an octopus, a body with no bones is a master key. Any opening larger than its beak, a hard, parrot-like mouth the size of a thumbnail, is an open door. Security footage, often grainy and ghost-like, reveals the impossible. We see a gelatinous form pouring itself through a minuscule gap, a liquid creature defying the solid walls of its prison. It slithers across the floor, a determined, creeping shadow navigating the dark and unfamiliar terrain of the aquarium's back rooms. Inky's trail led to a drain pipe, a narrow, 50-meter-long tube that emptied directly into the open ocean. He didn't just escape his tank. He escaped the entire building, vanishing back into the cold embrace of Hawke's Bay. It was a perfectly executed breakout, leaving behind only a wet trail and a legend. But their intelligence isn't limited to brute force contortion. It's subtle, it's manipulative, it's calculating. Marine biologists, in an attempt to understand this alien mind, began testing them with puzzles. Simple at first, then increasingly complex. They placed a tasty crab inside a sealed glass jar, the kind with a screw-top lid. To any other animal, it would be an impenetrable fortress of glass and metal. To an octopus, it's just another lock to pick. At first, there's a moment of assessment. You can almost see the thought process as its arms, each lined with hundreds of independent suckers that can taste and feel, explore every inch of the jar. They probe the smooth glass, then find the rich texture of the lid. One arm anchors the jar, holding it steady. Another begins to twist. The footage is unnerving. It's not random fumbling. It's a deliberate counterclockwise rotation. You can see the muscles in its arm tense and release with methodical precision. With a final, determined turn, the lid loosens and the seal is broken. The octopus calmly reaches inside and claims its prize. They don't need to be shown how. They figure it out, they learn, and they remember. This ability to manipulate objects extends far beyond simple jars. They are masters of mechanical puzzles, their tentacles acting like a set of living, thinking lockpicks. In laboratories and aquariums, keepers have watched in disbelief as octopuses systematically dismantle their own enclosures. They have been documented using their suckers to apply steady, consistent pressure to latches, patiently working them back and forth until the mechanism gives way. Footage from the Seattle Aquarium shows an octopus defeating not one, but 3 different types of latches designed to keep it contained. It observes, it experiments, it applies force. It's a chilling display of problem solving, a mind at work in a way that feels unnervingly familiar. They can unclip carabiners, pull out plugs, and even dismantle plumbing by unscrewing valves, sometimes flooding entire laboratories in the process. Each successful attempt is another piece of data logged away in their complex neural network, another tool in their arsenal. They are not just escaping. They are reverse engineering our world. Perhaps the most haunting ability is their spatial awareness, their capacity to build a mental map. They don't just blunder their way to freedom. They plan their route. In one famous case at the Sea Star Aquarium in Coburg, Germany, an octopus named Otto began short-circuiting the power to the entire building. For several nights in a row, the aquarium's electrical system would mysteriously shut down. The staff was convinced they had a fault in the wiring. They were wrong. They set up a night watch. What they witnessed was something out of a science fiction thriller. The octopus would climb to the top of his tank aim and squirt a precise jet of water directly at the overhead spotlight, shorting it out and tripping the circuit breaker for the whole building. He had learned the cause and effect relationship between the light, the water, and the resulting darkness. He had memorized the exact location and vulnerability of his target. This wasn't just an escape. This was sabotage. From the murky depths, a profound and ancient intelligence is watching us, learning our systems and finding the cracks. And the next time the lights go out, the next time a tank is found mysteriously empty, remember, it might not be a malfunction. It might be a message. They're not just animals in a tank. They're prisoners of war planning their next great escape. Slow build to sudden attack. Deep in the murky twilight of the seafloor, a ghost glides silently over the sand. It moves with an unnatural grace, a flowing extension of the seabed itself, barely disturbing the water around it. This is the realm of the cuttlefish, a master of camouflage and a predator of unparalleled patience. It hunts not with speed, but with strategy. Its large, choked pupils scan the terrain, processing information with an intelligence that seems alien to this world. Every grain of sand, every swaying piece of seaweed, every flicker of movement is noted and analyzed. The cuttlefish is a living, breathing supercomputer, calculating, weighting, and blending into its surroundings so perfectly that it becomes invisible, a phantom waiting for its moment. Its skin, a canvas of millions of chromatophores, ripples with colors and textures, mirroring the ocean floor with breathtaking accuracy. It is not just hiding. It is becoming the environment itself. The predator has a target. A small, unsuspecting crab scuttles out from beneath a rock, its claws clicking softly against the sediment as it forages for scraps. It is completely unaware of the imminent danger that lurks just inches away. The cuttlefish remains perfectly still, a frozen statue of predatory intent. Seconds stretch into an eternity. The only sign of life is the gentle undulation of the fins along its mantle, the subtle adjustments that keep it hovering weightlessly, a specter of death in the deep. It inches forward, millimeter by millimeter, a slow, deliberate advance that is imperceptible to its prey. The tension is a palpable force, a coiled spring of potential energy. The crab continues its search for food, oblivious. The cuttlefish raises 2 specialized tentacles, keeping them hidden beneath its body, preparing for the final explosive act. The world seems to hold its breath. Heavy bass drop. In a blinding flash of motion, the attack is unleashed. The 2 feeding tentacles shoot out like biological harpoons, faster than the crab's eye can track. They strike their target with pinpoint accuracy, the suckered pads at their tips latching onto the crab's shell with an unbreakable grip. The prey is snatched from the seafloor and pulled violently towards the cuttlefish's beak, a powerful parrot-like weapon hidden at the center of its arms. There is no struggle, no chance of escape. The beak punctures the crab's exoskeleton with ease, injecting a potent neurotoxin that paralyzes it instantly. The same fate befalls any small fish that strays too close, suffocated and subdued before it can even register the attack. The hunt is over in less than a second. The silent killer has claimed another victim, its method a brutal symphony of patience and sudden, overwhelming violence. but the hunter can quickly become the hunted. In this merciless underwater world, a larger predator, perhaps a shark or a dolphin, may turn the tables. When faced with a threat it cannot overpower, the cuttlefish deploys its legendary escape plan. With a powerful jet of water from its siphon, it propels itself backward, simultaneously releasing a dense cloud of sepia, its ink. This dark, viscous smokescreen is not just a visual distraction. It contains a compound that irritates the predator's eyes and temporarily shuts down its sense of smell, creating a ghost image that confuses the pursuer. While the larger animal is left disoriented, snapping at an empty cloud of ink, the cuttlefish makes its getaway. It changes color once more, vanishing into the blue haze of the open water, a master of illusion, a silent killer, and a brilliant survivor, ready to disappear and hunt again. Did you know that some memories can last a lifetime? Not just for us, but for creatures incredibly different from ourselves? Consider the octopus. It possesses both short-term memory for immediate tasks, like navigating a new maze, and a startlingly robust long-term memory. In one documented case, an octopus developed a strong dislike for a specific researcher. Every time that person passed by its tank, the octopus would squirt a jet of water directly at them, and only them. It remembered a face, an interaction, a feeling. This wasn't just a fleeting reaction. It was a sustained, personal grudge held by an animal with a brain structure fundamentally alien to our own. This capacity for holding on to experiences, for recognizing individuals and acting upon those memories, forces us to reconsider the boundaries we've drawn between human and animal consciousness. It's a profound and surprisingly emotional form of intelligence, hidden in the ocean's depths. This intelligence extends far beyond simple memory. When we think of complex problem solving, we often picture a scientist in a lab. But the truth is, labs all over the world are recording astounding cognitive feats from the animal kingdom. Crows, for instance, have been observed in controlled experiments not just using a single tool, but creating and using a sequence of tools to solve a puzzle. They might use a short stick to retrieve a longer stick, which they then use to reach a piece of food. This isn't just instinct. It's forethought, planning, and a clear understanding of cause and effect. It's a level of logical reasoning that, until recently, many believed was exclusive to primates. Yet, here we have an animal with a brain no bigger than a human thumb, demonstrating a capacity for abstract thought that rivals that of a young child. When you look at a diagram of a bird's brain compared to a human's, the differences are striking. Our brain has a massive wrinkled neocortex, the area we associate with higher-order thinking. A crow's brain lacks this structure entirely. For years, this anatomical difference was used as proof of their limited intelligence. But we were wrong. We were looking in the wrong place. Scientists have now discovered that the avian pallium, though structured differently, performs many of the same functions as our neocortex. It's a remarkable example of convergent evolution, where two completely different evolutionary paths have led to the same sophisticated outcome: problem-solving intelligence. The surprise isn't just that they are smart. It's that they achieve this intelligence through a completely different neurological blueprint, a testament to life's incredible ingenuity. Perhaps the most touching and surprising aspect of animal intelligence is their curiosity, not just about their environment, but specifically about us. Dolphins in the wild have been known to approach swimmers, not for food, but seemingly out of sheer inquisitiveness, bringing gifts of seaweed or coral. They will make eye contact, mimic movements, and engage in ways that feel undeniably social and intentional. This isn't a trained behavior. It's a spontaneous desire to connect and understand a creature so different from themselves. This drive to investigate, to learn about another being, is a hallmark of higher intelligence. It's a bridge between worlds, a moment of shared wonder that is deeply emotional. When a wild animal chooses to pause its journey of survival to simply observe and interact with you, It is a powerful and humbling reminder that we are not alone in our capacity for curiosity and connection. The world is not just full of life. It is full of minds, each one a unique and surprising mystery waiting to be understood. Narrator. In the emerald depths of the Pacific Northwest, where the cold currents of the ocean carve the coastline, a world concealed in shadow thrives. Here, sunlight struggles to pierce the veil of water and fog, creating a perpetual twilight. This is a realm of secrets, where life has adapted to the dim light and the unyielding chill. Along the jagged, volcanic rock faces lie entrances to another dimension, a network of underwater caves that honeycomb the submerged cliffs. These are not empty voids, but sanctuaries, carved by millennia of oceanic force. The water, thick with sediment and life, hangs like a mist, obscuring what lies within. To enter is to step into a place forgotten by the sun, a silent cathedral where the only hymns are the gentle surge of the tide and the faint rhythmic pulse of hidden life. Scene. Camera moves slowly into the dark opening of an underwater cave. The light source is now just the camera's dim, wide beam, illuminating swirling particles and the textured rock walls. Narrator: Inside these Pacific Northwest caves, the world contracts. The expansive green of the kelp forests gives way to the stark, mineral-rich surfaces of ancient stone. Walls are draped in a living tapestry of invertebrate sponges in ghostly shades of white and yellow, anemones that bloom like spectral flowers in the dark. These caves are arteries of the cold sea, channeling nutrient-rich water into their deepest recesses. They serve as nurseries for rockfish, their young finding refuge from the powerful predators that patrol the open water. The very structure of these caves provides a unique stability, a shelter from the raging storms that churn the surface above. Life here moves at a different pace, dictated by the slow, deliberate rhythm of the deep. It is a community built on patience and opportunism, where every crevice and ledge is a potential home, a place of safety in the immense, unforgiving ocean. Scene. Close up on the intricate patterns of a rock wall. The camera pans to reveal a small crevice where the tentacles of a giant Pacific octopus are partially visible, slowly curling and uncurling. Narrator: Within the labyrinthine caves and the jumbled architecture of the seafloor, creatures of immense intelligence and antiquity make their homes. Rocky dens, tucked away beneath massive boulders and within deep fissures, are the preferred lairs of the giant Pacific octopus. These masters of camouflage and concealment select their fortresses with care, often barricading the entrances with a collection of stones and discarded shells, the spoils of past meals. Inside these private sanctums, they rest, digest, and guard their precious eggs. The den is more than just a shelter. It is a throne room from which the octopus observes its domain. Each rock is a landmark, every shadow a potential hiding place. For other inhabitants, like the formidable wolf eel, a chosen den becomes a lifelong home, often shared with a mate. These rocky dens are the heart of individual territories, silent, personal spaces in the vast communal wilderness of the cold water reefs. Scene. The light has faded almost completely. The scene is lit by bioluminescence and the faint camera light. A lingcod darts out from the shadows to snatch a smaller fish. An octopus as he emerges from its den, arms flowing as it begins to move across the seafloor. Narrator: As the last vestiges of daylight are extinguished from the water surface, the true nature of this hidden world is revealed. The descent of night triggers a profound transformation. This is when the nocturnal life of the cold waters awakens. Creatures that spent the day wedged into crevices and hidden in dens now emerge under the cloak of darkness. The giant Pacific octopus unfurls its powerful arms and glides from its rocky lair, embarking on its nightly hunt for crabs and clams. Swarms of krill and tiny crustaceans rise from the depths, creating a shimmering living cloud that draws in hunters from every direction. The reef, quiet and watchful by day, becomes a bustling metropolis of activity. Predators like the lingcod and cabezon, relying on their keen senses, patrol the darkened terrain with newfound confidence. This nocturnal behavior is a dance of survival, a strategy honed over eons to avoid the keen-eyed hunters of the day and exploit the bounty of the night. It is in these dark, silent hours that the cold waters truly come alive, pulsing with a primal energy that has flowed through these depths since time immemorial. Scene end. Slow, atmospheric music swells and then fades to silence, accompanied by the sound of deep, resonant water. What if love meant making the ultimate sacrifice? A mother's love is often described as the purest form of devotion, a bond forged in the deepest chambers of the heart, unbreakable and unconditional. For one creature of the deep, this love is not just an emotion but a final, all-consuming act of creation. In the cold, dark abyss of the ocean, a story of profound sacrifice unfolds, a testament to a love so powerful it demands the very life of the one who gives it. This is the tragic and beautiful tale of the female octopus, a mother whose final chapter is written in starvation and selflessness, all for the sake of her unborn children. Her journey begins with the delicate task of finding a safe haven, a secluded den where she can lay the foundation for the next generation. Once the perfect spot is secured, she meticulously deposits her precious cargo, thousands of tiny translucent eggs, resembling delicate strings of pearls. She weaves them together, attaching them to the ceiling of her rocky lair, creating a shimmering curtain of future life. With her clutch safely in place, her solemn vigil begins. For the female octopus, motherhood is an all-encompassing duty, one that eclipses every other instinct, including the most basic drive for survival. From the moment her last egg is laid, her world shrinks to the confines of this small, dark nursery. Her primary role becomes that of a tireless guardian, a sentinel dedicated to the protection and care of her developing offspring. The outside world, with its vibrant reefs and abundant prey, ceases to exist for her. Her focus narrows to a single, vital mission: to ensure her eggs survive to see the light of day. She spends her days and nights gently waving her arms over them, creating a constant current of fresh, oxygen-rich water. This tender aeration is crucial, preventing the growth of harmful algae and fungi while supplying the embryos with the very breath of life. She meticulously cleans each strand, removing any debris or potential parasites with the delicate touch of her suckered arms. It is a labor of love performed in absolute solitude, a silent promise whispered to the future she will never meet. This ceaseless devotion continues for months, a period that can stretch from a few months to, in the case of some deep-sea species, over 4 years. Throughout this entire exhausting marathon of maternal care, she remains a steadfast protector against any and all threats. Predators that venture too close are met with a fierce, albeit weakening, defense. She will push them away, ink at them, and use the last of her strength to keep her brood from harm. It is a lonely, thankless job performed in the crushing pressure and perpetual twilight of the deep sea. The most heart-wrenching aspect of this incredible display of maternal dedication is the profound sacrifice it demands. As she guards her eggs, the mother octopus completely stops eating. The instinct to hunt, to feed herself, to sustain her own life, is utterly suppressed by the overwhelming drive to protect her young. Her body, once strong and agile, begins to wither away. Muscle turns to mush, her skin loses its vibrant, color-shifting ability, and her once sharp mind grows dull and clouded. She is a shadow of her former self, a living testament to the cost of creation. Day by day, she pours every last ounce of her energy into her unborn children, slowly and deliberately starving herself to death. Her own life force is the final ingredient in their development, a silent, unseen transfer of vitality from one generation to the next. She has no mate to bring her food, no community to help her stand watch. It is a solitary journey towards a predetermined end. Her body becomes a fortress and a cradle, and its slow decay is the price of admission for her offspring into the world. This is not a choice made in a moment of crisis, but a biological imperative, a genetic script that has played out for millennia. After months of unwavering care and agonizing self-denial, the moment of culmination arrives. The tiny octopuses, now fully formed, begin to break free from their casings. One by one, they emerge, perfect, miniature versions of their mother, drifting away from the den like a cloud of living confetti. They are propelled by instinct, immediately embarking on their own solitary lives in the vast, unforgiving ocean. As her countless babies float away to face their own destinies, the mother's mission is finally complete. Her body, now a frail and tattered husk, can hold on no longer. With her life's purpose fulfilled, she takes her final shuddering breaths and dies. She perishes in the very chamber where she gave life, often surrounded by the empty egg casings that stand as the only monuments to her sacrifice. She will never see her children grow, never witness their hunts, their escapes, or their own journeys into parenthood. Her entire existence has been distilled into this one final, magnificent act of love. It is a story of absolute devotion, a tragedy woven into the very fabric of life and death in the deep. A life for a life, a mother's ultimate gift. Have you ever considered how a creature so alien, so utterly different from us, might learn? What if I told you that the octopus, a resident of the deep, a being with 3 hearts, blue blood, and a brain that extends into its arms, might hold a mirror to our own methods of acquiring knowledge? The question isn't just about biology. It's a profound inquiry into the nature of intelligence itself. We often see ourselves as the pinnacle of learning. Our complex societies build upon millennia of shared knowledge. But in the solitary, silent world of the octopus, a different, yet strikingly familiar form of learning unfolds. This isn't a simple comparison of brain versus brawn. It's an exploration that challenges our assumptions about what it means to be a quick study. Are we, with our structured schools and vast libraries, truly the uncontested champions of learning? Or does the 8-armed thinker of the ocean possess a more innate, more direct path to understanding? The answer lies not in a straightforward race, but in the fascinating ways our minds, and theirs, are wired to learn. What makes the octopus a subject of such intense scientific and philosophical fascination is its profound capacity for self-directed learning. Unlike many creatures that rely heavily on instinct or parental guidance, the octopus is largely a self-taught entity. From the moment it hatches, it is thrust into a solitary existence, a tiny, perfectly formed predator adrift in the vast ocean. There are no elders to teach it how to hunt, no peers to show it which crevices offer the best protection. Every skill, from ambushing a crab to mastering its own incredible camouflage, is a lesson learned through trial, error, and a remarkable cognitive drive. This autonomous learning process is a testament to its complex nervous system. An octopus doesn't just react to its environment. It actively interrogates it. It will manipulate objects, test their properties, and store that information for future use. This is not mere instinct. It is a form of embodied cognition where thinking and doing are inextricably linked, a problem-solving dialogue between the animal and its world. This solitary genius forces us to reconsider the role of social structures in the development of intelligence, suggesting that a powerful mind can, and does, blossom in isolation. The most startling revelation in octopus intelligence, however, is its proven ability to learn by watching others, a skill once thought to be the exclusive domain of higher vertebrates like primates and birds. This discovery shattered the long-held belief that invertebrates were incapable of such complex social learning. In a groundbreaking experiment conducted in a Naples laboratory, scientists placed an observer octopus in a tank where it could watch a demonstrator octopus perform a task. The task was simple: choose between a red ball and a white ball to receive a food reward. The demonstrator was trained to consistently choose the correct ball. After a period of observation, the observer octopus was presented with the same choice. The results were astonishing. The observers almost immediately and consistently chose the correct ball, demonstrating that they had not only watched but understood and replicated the behavior they had witnessed. They learned the solution to the puzzle simply by paying attention. This capacity for observational learning fundamentally changes our understanding of the octopus and, by extension, the evolution of intelligence. It suggests that despite our vastly different evolutionary paths, separated by over 500 million years, our brains have converged on a similar, highly efficient learning strategy. For humans, observational learning is the bedrock of our culture and civilization. We watch our parents tie their shoes, we mimic our teachers as they write, and we absorb countless skills by observing experts. This ability to learn from the successes and failures of others allows us to acquire knowledge rapidly without having to discover everything for ourselves through dangerous trial and error. The octopus, it seems, has tapped into this same cognitive shortcut. It can watch, process, and apply information gleaned from another's actions. This shared trait bridges the immense gap between human and cephalopod, suggesting a universal principle of intelligence. A truly clever mind knows when to watch and learn. It is a profound connection, a shared spark of understanding in two completely alien nervous systems. One that forces us to look at the octopus not as a mere curiosity, but as a fellow traveler on the journey of cognitive discovery. In the ancient darkness of the sea, the mind is not human, it is octopus. An intelligence so alien, it feels plucked from the cosmos and plunged into the abyssal plains. It is a consciousness evolved in parallel, a solitary thinker navigating a three-dimensional world of crushing pressure and eternal twilight. Here, in the silent, liquid realm, thought takes on a different form, a fluid and distributed network of awareness. The octopus does not think as we do, with a centralized processor locked within a bony skull. Instead, its intelligence flows through its very being, a symphony of neurons spread across 8 prehensile arms, each capable of independent action, of tasting, touching, and deciding. This is not merely a body. It is a decentralized republic of cognition, a mind made manifest in flesh. Imagine a reality where your limbs possess their own will, their own sense of the world. Each arm, a sentient extension of the self, explores its surroundings with a curiosity untethered from the central brain. They are hunters, explorers, and manipulators all at once. One arm might investigate the crevice of a rock, discerning the texture of algae and the faint chemical trail of prey, while another secures its grip on the seafloor, anchoring the body against an unseen current. A third might be engaged in a delicate dance of camouflage, meticulously rearranging the chromatophores in the skin to mirror the gravelly seabed, rendering the creature invisible. This is multitasking on a level that transcends our own linear experience, a distributed processing power that allows the octopus to simultaneously perceive and react to its environment from 8 distinct perspectives. The central brain acts not as a micromanager, but as a conductor, orchestrating the grand strategy while the individual sections perform their intricate, localized tasks. This distributed nervous system gives rise to an unparalleled mastery of form. The octopus is a living sculpture, a creature of pure potential. Devoid of a single bone, its body is a testament to the power of soft engineering. It can pour itself through an opening no larger than its own eye, a feat of biological wizardry that defies our rigid understanding of physical limitation. Its skin is a canvas, a high-resolution display broadcasting its innermost state. The sudden flush of angry red, the rippling waves of hypnotic patterns to daze a predator, the seamless fade into the mottled background of a coral reef. These are not just reactions, but a language. A visual dialect spoken through color and texture, communicating intent, emotion, and deception with a speed that eclipses spoken word. It is a silent, vibrant monologue in a world without sound. To observe an octopus is to witness problem-solving in its purest, most embodied form. They are the escape artists of the ocean, the Houdinis of the deep. They learn, they remember, and they plan. A coconut shell, discarded by the world above, becomes a mobile fortress. A tangled net, a puzzle to be systematically dismantled. They have been observed using tools, exhibiting foresight, and even displaying what can only be described as a sense of play. This is not the cold, hardwired instinct of a simpler organism. This is a glimmer of something more, a cognitive spark that illuminates the dark waters. It is the signature of a mind that is not only aware of its world but actively engages with it, manipulating it to its own advantage with an ingenuity born from millions of years of solitary evolution. In the vast, interconnected web of life, the octopus represents a divergent path of intelligence, a testament to the myriad ways consciousness can manifest in the universe. It is a reminder that our own human-centric view of the mind is but one possible configuration. Down in the crushing silence, where light is a memory and the world is perceived through touch and taste, another kind of thinking prevails. It is a mind of the body, a consciousness of the water, an intelligence that flows and adapts with the mutable nature of the sea itself. It is a beautiful, enigmatic, and profoundly alien form of being, a solitary sovereign in its own liquid kingdom.